clothesline, and hold on!
RJ's thinking about it.
RKO by RJ Bishop. Is this gonna be it? Do we see the identity of the Shadow Lord? RJ picks up the victory. The Shadow Lord's gonna be unmasked.
Shadow Lord, you knew the ramifications coming into this match. You saw the fine print. You signed the dotted line.
Who do you think it is?
I have no idea. Wait a second.
Oh my gosh! That can't be! Nick Gunther is the Shadow Lord?
That doesn't even make any sense.
And now he's got a steel chair after the choke slam to RJ Bishop. And now wearing RJ Bishop's knee out with that steel chair. I still can't believe this is Nick Gunther. We saw him and the Shadow Lord having a conversation.
Was it all a ruse?
Oh, RJ. You know, you really should learn the difference between what is real and what can be manufactured. You see, you're not the only one who can go to a dark place. And in my defense, I said I would be at Bash at Tatooine, and I was. You may think this is the end of our story, but believe me, mask or no mask, this is just the beginning.
From the ashes of humble beginnings, rise the sense of regeneration, signaling the dawn of a new age. The foundations of the old and antiquated, now demolished, and in its place the newly built pillars of fearlessness and opportunity. Dreams are clearer, expectations are set higher, and the quest for championship gold is even stronger than it's ever been before. At one time or another, everything goes through a period of evolution. The world of wrestling is no different. Welcome to a new age. Welcome to a new era. Welcome to a new FWE.
From inside the Fantasy Dome, we welcome you to FWE Open Fight Nights. It's one night a year where we get the wrestlers determining the card as they will call each other out for matchups here tonight. I'm Seth Cole alongside the Wayfinder Cruiser Champion Jack Mitchell. Jack, this is such an unusual thing because it's in a sense where the wrestlers backstage, they make up the card.
That they do, and of course we've got the Female Fighting Championship on the line later tonight as well, an underground match, the rematch between Mulan and Ellie Williams for the Hero Crown Female Fighting Championship.
It's the first time we've ever had an underground match here in FWE, and still to come tonight as well. Cruella DeVille ended up winning that matchup that gave her a guaranteed shot at Poison Ivy and the Women's Universal Championship. That takes place here tonight. But we also have an opening matchup still to be determined. Our commissioner backstage is ready to bring you the details. Let's send it to Commissioner Woody.
Thank you, gentlemen, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Fantasy Wrestling Entertainment's version of Open Fight Night. During the course of the evening, you will see multiple superstars calling each other out for some incredible matchups here tonight. But before we kick off the festivities, I would like to announce that the first match we will see this evening is what I am going to be calling the 10 Superstar Call Your Shot Gauntlet Eliminator match. You see, after Wonder Woman had an incredible showing in that men's 8-pack challenge, I've been approached by multiple women on our roster to be involved as well in matchups just like that. And so tonight, we are going to take all of the men and all of the women, and we are going to put them on this wheel here, and this wheel will determine 10 superstars that will take part in a Gauntlet Eliminator match. Now, what is at stake here is that the winner of this match tonight will get a guaranteed shot at a mid-card title at the upcoming PLE at Combat Evolved. In essence, they get to call their shot. Now, there are going to be some notable exceptions on this wheel. First off, all individuals holding title belts are exempt from wrestling in this match tonight. Others that already have scheduled matches, such as Mulan and Ellie, are exempt from this wheel, and Esmeralda, who is currently not medically cleared to wrestle, will also not appear on this wheel. For everybody else, it's fair game. So let's find out who our 10 superstars are going to be to take part in tonight's opening matchup. All right, let's spin that wheel and see who our first participant is going to be. And it's going to be representing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo. All right, let's see who the second participant is going to be. A member of the New Groove, a former Men's Disney Tag Team Champion. It's Kronk. Entry number 3 will be oh wow, the gentleman who formerly held the Intercontinental Championship, Dylan Poteet. Entry number 4 incoming. And it's going to be our first female superstar, the psychotic former hardcore champion, Harley Quinn. Time to find out who the 5th entry is going to be. And it will be another representative of the female roster, former tag team champion Nebula, one half of the Daughters of Thanos. Half our field determined. Now time to find out the second half. Entry number 6 is going to be another former tag team champion, one half of the Rockers, Cole Eastwood. 6 superstars determined, 4 still yet to decide, and the wheel chooses one half of the Thrill Seekers, Kyle Matthews. Entry number 8, now ready to be determined. And it's going to be the powerhouse Hercules. He certainly will be a favorite, one would assume, in this upcoming matchup. 2 spots still to go. Who gets entry number 9? Oh, we're going to have a couple of hosses in this matchup. It's representing the Islanders, the demigod, Maui. 9 spots filled, only 1 spot remains. Who will be the final participant in this opening match? Former hardcore champion, former Women's Universal Champion, it's Elizabeth Swan. So there you have it. These are our 10 participants that will be in tonight's opening matchup, the Call Your Shot Gauntlet Eliminator match. And that matchup starts right
Woody, what in the hell is this shit that I'm not allowed to wrestle at Open Fight Night? You know as fucking well that I will not go out without a fight tonight. Just give me what I want. Give me Nick in the ring tonight after what happened last week.
RJ, I understand, but you need to calm down. You are not medically cleared. The doctors have said that this leg injury does not allow you to be able to participate here tonight. And being the Triwizard champion, I cannot afford for that injury to get any worse.
I don't freaking care what the doctors say about me not being clear to wrestle. I guess I'll just go grab a chair from the timekeeper's area and sit here all night if I have to. You know what? Fine. I'm strong enough for me to stand up straight and fight. I need something, anything, just so I can get my hands on Nick.
Look, I get you're frustrated, but the last I heard, Nick Gunther isn't even in the building tonight, so what would even be the point?
Now, don't give me this bullshit. I know he's here. He's just too much of a coward to face me like a man. So, if you don't take the trouble to find him, I'll do it my fucking self.
RJ, I'm going to tell you for the last time, you need to calm down. If you don't, I'm just going to have you removed from the building for your own physical safety.
Okay, fine. I'll calm down.
Oh no!
Oh! That was the exact opposite of calming down.
Absolutely! RJ Bishop just assaulted Commissioner Woody.
And he's still going to work.
He snapped. I think there's no other word for it. He has absolutely snapped.
Somebody get security back there. This is going to be a disaster. Woody might be in some serious trouble.
And this has all the signs of a fine suspension. No! Oh my! Oh no!
Oh my.
We gotta get help back there for Woody. I don't even know what RJ was thinking. I'm not sure he even was thinking. I'll be perfectly honest with you. And somehow we're supposed to, after that, shift gears here into this opening matchup, this 10-person Eliminator Gauntlet match, but oh man. I mean, we showed you the package before we came on the air here tonight. The fallout of what took place last week at Bash at Tatooine. The betrayal, if you will, the revelation that the Shadow Lord all this time has been Nick Gunther, a man who RJ Bishop began to once again trust. We looked like the tides of Vicious and Delicious were finally beginning to mend, and suddenly they've been severed, and it looks like it has taken RJ to a place maybe even further beyond where he was back when he had the burger persona.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the health and safety of our Commissioner Woody, but obviously that rivalry being brought back to life again, I mean, that definitely shocks you, because you think about it as well, all the fights that RJ has had with the Shadow Lord, go back to that ambulance match and everything that they've been through, I mean, it just goes to show you the rivalry between RJ and Nick has been going on for a whole lot longer than we thought.
Definitely has, and kind of almost a shoe on the other foot, if you will, because if you go back to that rivalry we talked about, it was when RJ turned on Nick Gunther, when we ended up seeing those that trifecta of matchups between the two that kind of for quite a while had Nick Gunther off of our screens, came back, triumphant return, and now we are where we are, but wow, certainly one's going to have to wonder what the ramifications are. I mean, let's remember this as well. Woody is not an in-ring competitor. He is an official. He is a figurehead, if you will, here of administration in FWE, and there's certainly, one would have to assume, going to be some major consequences for the Triwizard Champion going forward.
Absolutely. I understand being frustrated with the decision that the commissioner makes, but to flat out attack him is just completely wrong.
Well, we will try and keep you aware of what's going on, especially the current physical condition of Woody when and if we get that information. But we kick things off here with this 10-person Eliminator Gauntlet match. Woody dubbed it the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, and what a mixed match we seem to have here. Hercules, the powerhouse, taking on former hardcore champion and Harley Quinn. But this is a thing that Woody said. The women of the roster saw what Wonder Woman was able to do in that 8-pack challenge, which you were involved in. You were on the receiving end of some of Wonder Woman's moves there. They wanted to be involved in matchups similar to that. Woody has granted it here.
She and I actually had a little bit of a back and forth for a moment in that matchup, but absolutely great opportunity for some of the women on the roster to get this big chance here, and hear the Jurassic Park music hit. Here comes Kyle Matthews in at number 3.
One half of the Thrill Seekers, of course, here, an elimination-style matchup. It's pinfall submission inside of the ring, but we go until only one individual is left standing here. As shot there by Harley Quinn with the kendo stick, and Hercules goes into the cover there on Kyle Matthews. We're going to definitely see some very unlikely alliances in this matchup, whether it's meant to happen or not.
Absolutely. Hercules just tossing everybody around, and now here comes... Can't remember which Ninja Turtle was involved. We'll find out in just a moment here.
I believe it's Michelangelo, if I'm not mistaken. Who,
I think so.
I don't want to say this, but kind of the forgotten Ninja Turtle, because you remember back Raphael was involved in the Power Up Briefcase matchup. Of course, Leonardo and Donatello formerly held the Men's Disney Tag Team Championships. Michelangelo's not had much of an opportunity. Tonight he does.
Yeah, he absolutely does. We have to remember what's at stake here. This is a cover by Hercules. Oh my goodness.
Lackadaisical cover there, and Harley Quinn gets the shoulder up after, I believe that was a reverse choke slam by Hercules.
Oh, and a coup de grace there. I mean, we're going to have another entry here in just a moment, but have to remember what's at stake here. You win this matchup, you can call your shot. He's like cover in the corner. Kick out at 1 by Kyle. You have a opportunity to call your shot here and get a match for a mid-card title of your choice when we get to Combat Evolved. There's nothing between now and Combat Evolved. That's the thing that we have to keep in mind, is that we're on a straight path. There's no more PLEs, no Saturday night at Springfield or anything like that. We're just straight on a path to the PLE.
That's a great point. I mean, here tonight we know that 2 championships are going to be defended. Mulan putting the newly won female fighting championship on the line against the former champion Mulan. First ever underground match here in FWE. And then, of course, tonight as well, the Women's Universal Championship on the line as Poison Ivy puts the title up for grabs against a former Women's Universal Champion in Cruella de Vil. As coming out to the ring here at entry number 6 is going to be Dylan Potey, former Intercontinental Champion. We just saw him last Thursday night at Bash at Tatooine lose the belt to Carlos Zimmerman.
This would be a great opportunity for him to try to get the belt back if he emerges victorious in this one.
I mean, you mentioned it, mid-card title, any mid-card title. A little nervous? You got a mid-card title right here.
Maybe.
Sitting with us, that Wayfinder Cruiser Championship.
Maybe. I mean, I will say, it feels good to finally have one of these things here again. It's been a while, so good to kind of shake that off my back here. This is a nice DDT by Dylan. He's going to go into the cover.
Cover here on Michelangelo is now making their way out. Here is going to be Nebula, one half of the Daughters of Thanos, former tag team champion, former female fighting champion as well. Ring's filling up here. I believe we've got, 7 individuals here. So when we have our 8th individual come out, we will need an elimination before entry number 9 can make their way to ringside.
And we've got everybody flying in really quickly here. As hopefully Harley Quinn can get out of the way of our camera here.
Oh, gosh!
Man.
Maybe one of the few people that can match Hercules for strength in this matchup. Kronk goes in for the cover off the powerbomb, but only gets a 2 count.
Our referee earned us right a little while to start counting that pin. That extra second is probably why he's able to get up from that pin.
Oh, look at this. Oh, reverse GTS by Kyle Matthews on Kronk, but did not go for the cover. Is now Elizabeth Swan, who historically has had the longest reign as Women's Universal Champion, a former hardcore champion in her own right as well, comes out here. She's going to be the 3rd of the females that are involved in this matchup. So all 3, Nebula, Elizabeth Swan, and Harley Quinn, currently in action.
Cover in the corner. A lot of people hit the ring mat at the same time. A kick out. Elizabeth Swan was the one who was covered there, and she ended up kicking out at 2.
It was Dylan Potey that went in for that cover there on Elizabeth Swan, and now has the Burning Hammer hit on Michelangelo. Going for the cover here on one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to eliminate him, and he is gone. So now the timer will begin, and entry number 9 will make their way out here momentarily.
I mean, no disrespect to the Ninja Turtles whatsoever, but you call them the Forgotten Ninja Turtle, and unfortunately, that's sort of the reason why right now he has not been able to really get any momentum going in his favor. I feel like he's going to want to do everything to change that in the coming days.
Vice grip here in the center of the ring on Hercules, having his giant palms around the skull of Kyle Matthews. I believe that would have been a submission maneuver, though I didn't see Ernest Wright asking if Kyle wanted to give up or not. May have just been a wear-down tactic, because look at this. Double team by Harley Quinn and Dylan Poteet, a little double side Russian leg sweep, and Poteet tried to eliminate Hercules.
There was a lot going on there. I think Kronk had a cover on somebody else for a brief moment. That kick out only happened at one.
See weaponry being involved here as well. Kendo sticks there. It is a gauntlet turmoil eliminator match, so there are no disqualifications or countouts, so weaponry is legal. Falcon Arrow here by Hercules, cover on the former Intercontinental Champion Dylan Poteet, who pops out at 2.
Oh, Kyle going to work with that steel chair. That's the great equalizer when you're going up against a size disparity like that.
If you're going to take down a Sequoia, you might as well use an axe.
Or a demigod, because Maui still has yet to enter the match.
That's a great point. We do know that there are still 2 individuals that have to make their way out here. We're still waiting for that timer to begin to bring out our 9th entry. Cover here after the Falcon Arrow. Hercules on Nebula, and Nebula is eliminated.
It was some kind of, I think, a reverse powerbomb, something like that, on the Nebula, and she was not able to get up. The one thing that you have to keep in mind, too, is with the elimination nature of this matchup, you're not going to see people rushing over to break up pinfalls or submissions, because they know that increases the odds of you being victorious if you're able to watch somebody else get eliminated.
Absolutely. I believe that was the trick shot. Dylan Poteet hitting the trick shot on the giant Hercules, and that's enough to put him away. That's a huge elimination, both figuratively and literally.
I'm not going to lie, though. I don't know if we should be surprised by that, because Poteet, we've seen him take down Hades for the Intercontinental title before.
Great point.
So we know he can take on the bigger men.
Saw Cole Eastwood make his way out here, entry number 9, which means that we know for certain, you mentioned in the Demigod Maui, he is going to be entry number 10, going to be coming in the freshest. Look at this, Gotham's Gate, Harley Quinn with the Gotham's Gate submission on Dylan Poteet.
Poteet just used up a lot of energy trying to get away.
Oh, gracious. Chair shot to the back of the head there by Elizabeth Swann, connecting with the skull of Harley Quinn, and now a little code red.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, and thank goodness that we have those signs warning people of flying objects.
Swan dive!
Whoa!
Swan dive by Elizabeth Swann, the cover on Poteet. And Poteet's been eliminated.
Poteet never really got that much momentum back after he was able to eliminate Hercules. Used up a lot of stamina in doing so.
Roll up by Kronk on Elizabeth Swann. Elizabeth could have reversed it here on Kronk. And Kronk's going to get out before a count of 2.
Now here comes Maui in at number 10. Kyle going over with that kendo stick.
Wearing out everybody here. A shot to Cole Eastwood, a shot to Elizabeth Swann, and here comes a fresh Maui.
Waiting to prey on everybody here who's been through the gauntlet so far. He's taking his time, but now Kronk will show up and he's got to get involved. You got to be ready as soon as you enter the ringside area, because there's no countouts. Oh, goodness.
Falcon driver right there by Harley Quinn after Kyle hit Eastwood with the reverse GTS. And Harley Quinn kind of picks up the spoils and eliminates Cole Eastwood.
Try and involve herself on the action ringside. Again, no countouts, so all this madness can continue.
Half the field has been eliminated, half remains. Elizabeth Swann, Harley Quinn, Kronk, Kyle Matthews, and Maui. Remember, Harley Quinn came in as one of the starters against Hercules, still in this, and Maui came in the freshest of all of them at entry number 10. I believe that the second longest individual would be Kronk, who came in at entry number 3.
I think it was Kyle who came in at 3.
Oh, no, you're correct. And then Kronk was after him. Yep, you're right.
Cover.
Cover here by Harley Quinn. And she'll eliminate Elizabeth Swann. So, in a sense, right there, with Elizabeth Swann being eliminated, Harley Quinn now puts herself in line as the only female now that potentially could have a shot at a mid-card title to call her shot at Combat Evolved. The odds aren't in her favor right now at a 25%, though.
I mean, she is holding her own. She got that elimination, and then she immediately got up, saw Maui was holding the steel chair, and one kick made him drop it. Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
This ring just shook.
Like the arena might have shook.
This is absolutely insane to get this start
Woo.
here on Open Fight Night. Oh, my goodness.
That was innovative into the Hurricane Rana there, using the ropes for leverage. Now Kyle Matthews might pay the price for trying that interception on Harley Quinn as a backbreaker by Maui.
Now Maui's going to work with that kendo stick, or at least trying to. It breaks over the top of his head.
We do have to bear in mind here as well, you see Kronk still in this, Kyle Matthews still in this. Mid-card title also would include the tag team championship. So, a win here for Kyle Matthews or a win for Kronk could also put Cusco or Dylan Young also into a title picture as, there's the Samoan spike.
Massive spike drops Kyle into the cover, goes Maui. And Kyle's not getting
down to 3. Harley Quinn using the ropes, hits the splash here on Kronk, going in for the cover, and we're down to 2. Who had Harley Quinn versus Maui on their bingo card?
She entered at number 2, and she's been doing a fantastic job holding her own so far, but now she's got to take down Maui. It's not going to be easy.
Hits the drop kick through the ropes. Yeah, to your point, one of the starters here for Harley Quinn going up against the individual that came in last in Maui. One of these two win this matchup. They get to call their shot for a mid-card title as a twisting Falcon Arrow on the outside for a mid-card title shot at the upcoming Combat Evolved PLE.
Having crossbody there by Harley Quinn. She's not slowing down this onslaught right now. That's what she has to do. Keep her foot on the gas, because you give Maui a chance to recover. He's got too much size, too much power.
A lot of Harley's eliminations there too. Wow, nice innovation there. Actually, I think she used the leg of Maui to get the elevation for that enziguri, but a lot of her eliminations was kind of taking advantage of moves that others had hit and following up. Now she's kind of got to go it alone, but now she's going to lock in the Gotham's Gate.
This could win the match.
I don't know if there's rope breaks in this type of matchup. It doesn't matter.
Maui tapped.
Maui tapped out.
I mean, just forget about the fact that she even gets a mid-card title. The fact that she was able to tap out somebody like Maui with that move is insane.
What a showing in this matchup, and I think this is the reason why more women wanted to be involved in these type of matchups. Harley Quinn, we know, will be at Combat Evolved. She will fight for a title, but she's got some time to kind of choose who she wants to go up against.
Absolutely. The 2 title fights are coming up later on tonight, but we've got the Open Fight Night matches. They're coming up next.
Combat Evolved, the ring is alive. Bodies collide, fists in the fight. Combat Evolved, where legends survive.
Well, we welcome you back here to Open Fight Night for FWE as we're getting ready for a impromptu matchup. I think we're using that a lot. Just after the commercial break, my colleague Jack Mitchell grabbed a microphone and had this to say.
All right, people. So if you don't remember what happened a few weeks ago, I was involved in an 8-pack eliminator match to be the #1 contender for the U.S. Championship. I'm not necessarily upset that I lost that match. After all, I ended up taking back the Wayfinder Cruiser Championship at Bash of Tatooine, and it feels good to be a champion again. But I'm more upset in the way that I lost that 8-pack match. Ezio hit me with my own finisher and then pinned me. Looks to me like someone doesn't exactly know how to be creative enough to get things done their own way. So Ezio, get your ass out to the ring. We're gonna settle this right here, right now.
And as the bell sounds, it's going to get settled indeed. This is what Open Fight Night is all about, folks. the wrestlers, all that's between them and a shot at whoever they want to settle a score with is a microphone and a bell ring, and we've had both of those here. Mitchell looking for a level of revenge against Ezio. Again, for those that don't remember, that U.S. #1 Contenders 8-pack challenge, Ezio not only eliminated Jack Mitchell, but did so with his own move, the bow down. So Jack Mitchell looking for a little level of revenge here as goes into the cover off the springboard moonsault and a kick out at 1 by Ezio. Of course, Mitchell coming off with a lot of momentum at Bash at Tatooine. Now a 2-time Wayfinder Cruiser champion, winning the belt from Carson Gum. Lays in those stiff shots there with the boots to the side of the head and then the forearm. Ezio, the assassin. So no surprise that he would try to play the mental mind games of stealing another wrestler's moves. As Mitchell, whoa, what the heck was that? I thought it looked like he was gonna go maybe for a Hurricane Rana, transitioned it into a DDT. And now a springboard forearm by Mitchell drops Ezio down. I can't help but look at the mask there by Ezio. We know what Ezio looks like. He wears the hood as part of his persona here, but I can't help but see that and think back to what happened this past Thursday night at Bash at Tatooine when we saw the revealing of the Shadow Lord. Nick Gunther, for months, has been that dark, cloaked, hooded persona. Has been in rivalry matchups with Dylan Poteet and RJ Bishop. Was in that ambulance match with RJ Bishop. And then earlier on tonight, RJ Bishop, out of frustration, mentally snapped and attacked Woody backstage, super kicking him through a table. We have been told that Woody has been in the medical trainer's room. We are still waiting to get an update. We have also been told that RJ Bishop has been removed from the arena. He's been barred from the arena here tonight. We may have an update on the fallout of what took place earlier this evening for you. Hopefully as soon, if not tonight, in the upcoming Saturday night episode of FWE Extra. Knee to the gut, Mitchell shoots the half. Cover here on Ezio. And Ezio's gonna slip out at the count of 1. Still to come tonight as well. Women's Universal Championship is on the line. Cruella DeVille gets a shot at being a 2-time Women's Universal Champion, as she'll take on the current champion, Poison Ivy. And our main event this evening, we're going to see Ellie, the new female fighting champion, put her title on the line against the former champion as Ezio spikes Jack Mitchell with a DDT. Former female fighting champion Mulan, first time ever here in FWE, an underground match, never seen before in the Fantasy Dome. Oh, miscalculation there, going for the springboard splash. Was Ezio, came up empty. Now Mitchell, now he'll miss with the springboard moonsault. Oh, wow, spinning Falcon driver by Ezio, and Mitchell just barely was able to power out at 2. But now Ezio might be setting him up. Couple of clotheslines, drops the Wayfinder Cruiser champion. Sweeps the leg, and Ezio is feeling it. Drives Mitchell face first into the corner. Oh, this cannot end well for anybody involved, as now perched on the top, picking him up on his shoulders. What in the world is Ezio thinking? Top rope, avalanche, Falcon, arrow, cover is in, and Mitchell gets the shoulder up. Avalanche cutter! That's another of Mitchell's moves! And Ezio picks up another victory! Second time he takes a move out of Jack Mitchell's playbook. And Ezio, in a one-on-one matchup, has pinned the Wayfinder Cruiser champion. He hit Mitchell with bow down to eliminate him from that number one contenders match. Tonight, the Avalanche Cutter gets the 1-2-3 on Mitchell. I'm sure Jack's gonna have plenty to say about that here as Ezio picks up a massive win tonight. And up next, the championship's on the line. Cruella, Ivy, next on Open Fight Night.
Combat of all, the ring is alive. Bodies collide, fists in the fight. Combat evolved, where legends survive.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Universal Championship.
As you heard our ring announcer Mike Rome say, Women's Universal Championship on the line here. Cruella de Vil with an opportunity of joining Poison Ivy as a two-time Women's Universal Champion. And my broadcast colleague Jack Mitchell joins me back here at the commentary table, and I'm sure there's some interesting thoughts swirling through your head after what just went down.
Let me just say this. I was proven right by that matchup tonight. He's still not creative enough. He's taken another move now. But, you know, I wanted him one-on-one. I got him one-on-one. I paid the price for that. But I'm sure, I know how it works here at FWE. I'm sure Dean and I are going to have a match, and we have to put the title on the line. So be it.
Well, I mean, think about this. I mean, obviously, you know, as you say, the annoyance there of having to resort to stealing somebody else's move, but the fact that you've now faced him one-on-one, you got a little bit of a playbook against him, if indeed the two of you meet further on down the line with that belt hanging in the balance.
Absolutely. You know, you either win or you learn. So I definitely learned here today, and I'll be more prepared next time I see him.
Well, Cruella de Vil, since losing the Women's Universal Championship way back in early 2025, this is the second chance she's got at claiming the Universal Championship. Remember back end of last year, she ended up winning that All I Want for Christmas Battle Royal, called her shot to then fight for the title at, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was it Resistance? Let me double check. I think it was at Resistance. No, it was Saturday Night Springfield. Came up short in that matchup, though. Now gets an opportunity here tonight after she ended up winning that Battle Royale, albeit with the assistance of some brass knuckles, but it was all legal.
It was. There's no DQs in a Battle Royal, so she was able to take advantage of that rule, and as a result, quite the run as of late, obviously holding that Universal Championship that she defended recently in Gotham Rules against Elastigirl. You know, quite the role.
One of the few Gotham Rules matchups, and we documented this as well, where it wasn't a clear, decisive winner. It came down to the wire between those two.
It really did. Those two were very determined to take the belts off one another, but we'll send it down to Mike Rome.
Introducing the challenger from London, England, the Devil Cruz Emma. And her opponent from the Garden of Eden, the Women's Universal Champion, Ivy.
Poison Ivy on her second reign as Women's Universal Champion after she ended up claiming the title back from Elastigirl at Power Up, as you mentioned in that Gotham Rules matchup. Elastigirl maybe one of the few people here tonight that would love to see Cruella DeVille walk out with the belt, because that would allow her to get back into the title picture, currently iced out of
That's
fighting
true.
for the championship.
I completely forgot about that, but that was one of the stipulations of that Gotham Rules match that we saw in FWE Extra, which was the go-home show to match at Tatooine. The loser of that matchup would be barred for competing for the title again until it changed hands.
I mentioned about the fact that Cruella DeVille, a former Women's Universal Champion. Actually, let's take that a step further. She was the very first woman to actually hold that belt, would lose it to, well, she lost it to Wonder Woman, actually, at Sugar Rush, and then Elizabeth Swann, who was then the power-up briefcase holder, ran down to ringside, pinned Wonder Woman to win the title and leave Sugar Rush as the new Women's Universal Champion. Of course, back then it was known as the Women's, what was it, the Women's
World Champion
of the Galaxy, yeah. So it actually, for Cruella DeVille, if she's able to win tonight, it'd be the first time that she's held this brand new belt.
Boot to the head right there. Cruella definitely trying to start this matchup off as hot as she can. A big running knee there as well. Going to go into the cover of it. And a kick out at 1 by Poison Ivy.
When you think about the situation that could happen here for the Gotham inmates, Poison Ivy currently holding the Women's Universal Championship. If she can retain here tonight, we now know that Harley Quinn, she's got a guaranteed mid-card title shot at Combat Evolved. We could end up going into our brand new season with the Gotham inmates holding quite a bit of gold.
We very well could, as thought there was going to be a bit more of a slugfest or a hockey fight maybe in the middle of the ring, but instead the big attack there from Cruella has Poison Ivy down and in a lot of trouble.
Oh,
man.
Big knee strike there, right up under the jaw, goes in for the cover, and Poison Ivy's going to kick out at 1. Right now, Poison Ivy is the only woman that has been a multi-time holder of the Women's Universal Championship. She would like to keep it that way here. If Cruella DeVille wins, then she would join Poison Ivy with that stat.
On that leg, a kick there as well. Wear out the vertical a little bit of her opponent. I'm going to wrench on the arm.
Yeah. Oh, Cruella, I guess, got that left arm just under the bottom rope there. Referee Ernest Wright calling for the break on the submission.
Didn't even really realize it was going to be a submission attempt, but the rope break basically confirmed it. That's another thing, too, they have to keep in mind, is that this is just a standard one-on-one matchup for the belt, so countouts, DQs, they're all going to be a thing, and if we do get a countout or a DQ, the title will not change hands.
Whoa, nice avoidance there of that roundhouse kick by Cruella. Poison Ivy able to duck it. And now maybe just, I don't know, maybe not taking Cruella all that seriously there on the outside. Again, though, for Poison Ivy, this action could take place out here as long as she wants. A countout and she would retain the title. Cruella's the one that's got to have the sense of urgency to get back in between the ropes.
Back body drop onto the floor out here. I mean, I think she's taking her time on purpose because she knows that this could go on for as long as she needs it to. It will not be a title change if there's going to be a count out. Well, now both people are going to end up getting back into the ring here. So.
Yeah, you talked about the fact that Cruella DeVille, you know, obviously this is a regular one-on-one matchup, so you can't really cut corners here and risk a possible disqualification, but that kind of seems like something that's in both of these women's wheelhouses. We've seen them willing to kind of play outside of the boundaries of the rules. They have to kind of restrain themselves here. Well, at least Cruella does. Disqualification for Poison Ivy doesn't matter either.
Yeah, and I mean, she was the one who was willing to go to war for that title not that long ago in a Gotham Rules match. Gotham Rules basically means there are no rules.
Exactly.
Over here.
Cruella off the springboard senton and a kick out at 1 once again there by Poison Ivy. And we're not that far away from when we had that matchup between Elastigirl and Poison Ivy. One would have to wonder in what type of physical shape is Poison Ivy right now. You saw that straight right hand. I think they've actually busted her open.
I'm not so sure if she's going to give one. She did have the week at Tatooine to rest up and get ready for this, but this reversal here, she's not going to quit. That's for damn certain.
Oh, massive chop in the corner.
Oh, went for another one. It got countered.
Guess one was enough. Whoa! Went for a
side
type
step.
forearm there. That forearm connected though.
Two are exchanging some big moves right now in the middle of the ring.
Again, this is only one of two matchups that we knew coming into tonight we were going to have. Of course, the female fighting championship. Mulan looking to get the title back from the new champion, Ellie Williams. Hold the phone!
Harley Quinn?
Well, we saw her earlier on tonight win that 10 wrestler, I guess we'll say, Eliminator Gauntlet match, a guaranteed title shot here, and coming out for maybe a distraction for her teammate out of Havoc. Oh, the Ivy Cutter! Is that going to be enough to retain? Cover is in by Poison Ivy, and Cruella kicks out at 2.
That was almost the end of the match, and you can see the frustration on the face of Poison Ivy. She has all the momentum in her corner right now. Even if the distraction didn't directly result in the pinfall, she's going to get the momentum back in her favor. Oh, undoing that top turnbuckle pad.
I'm not exactly sure why she would be doing that unless, maybe to distract the referee here. Armbar locked in on Cruella. Looks to
trying to work her way
here.
around it.
I mean, this would be a perfect opportunity for someone to hit some kind of a move.
Oh, the low blow!
Low blow, and the referee saw it! That's a disqualification!
He turned around just in time.
Wait!
Oh my goodness!
Hold on! Is it happening?
Right now?
Luana's giving the briefcase to the referee! It's not official unless the bell rings, though! Poison Ivy was just hit with a low blow! This is happening, Jack!
There's the bow!
The power-up briefcase has been cashed in by Moana! This is an official title match here!
Well, it is open fight night. I guess there's no better way to book a match if you have the power-up briefcase than to do this.
What is it with Cruella DeVille being involved in matchups where the briefcase comes into play?
I feel like we should have probably seen that coming if that's the logic.
Oh, look at this! Forward strike DDT! This may be our first failed cash-in in FWE history! Covers in the kick out at 1!
Moana's got too much life left. She only just now came into the ring, and like we just discussed,
Hold
Poison
on.
Ivy. Uh-oh.
Ivy Cutter! The 1-2 punch! Poison Ivy! Oh, I thought she was going to retain! Moana just barely got out!
Moana's fired up, too. She does not want this opportunity to be a waste.
So far, on both the men's and the women's side, it has been a 100% rate success of cashing in the briefcase and winning the title. Moana wants to keep that streak going.
What is happening right now? We're on such a roll right now. We've had
My
this crazy
goodness.
show on Extra. We had that insane PLE at Bash at Tatooine, and now this.
Poison Ivy still got to be feeling the effects of that low blow by Cruella DeVille beyond the reef.
This is it.
Is this going to be it? Do we have a new champion? Moana into the cover, hooks the leg, and Moana's the new Universal Champion.
Oh my God.
Here is your winner, and new Women's Universal Champion, the Sailor Montana.
Do we have words?
I am speechless.
I don't know what
This
to
is
say.
crazy.
This is absolutely insane, but full credit to Moana. She took advantage of what just happened, cashed in, and just like that, she's the new Universal Champion.
This is the benefit of winning the power-up briefcase. Anytime, any place when it is your advantage. Congratulations to Moana. She is the new Women's Universal Champion, and Open Fight Night continues right after this.
Combat above, the ring is alive. Bodies collide, fists in the fight. Combat evolved, when legends survive.
Well, we welcome you back here to Open Fight Night as we are still, this arena has been buzzing during the entire commercial break. I think everyone's still trying to pick their jaws up off the floor.
Yeah, if you guys just missed it, definitely go back and watch when you get an opportunity, as Moana just cashed in her Power Up briefcase and she's the new Women's Universal Champion. Now we've got Matt McIntyre from the family, the current United States Champion, making his way to the ring.
Matt McIntyre, who in 3 days, Jack, is going to hit the 300-day mark as United States Champion. That's an astronomical number. I don't think when we started Fantasy Wrestling Entertainment, we ever thought that we would end up having an individual hold a title for as long as Matt has. And this is looking back at what happened at Bash at Tatooine. A very game Flynn rider taking Matt to the ultimate limit, but it was the RKO that sealed the deal and now has Matt on the path to 300.
Yeah, Matt is definitely on an absolute tear, like you were just saying. It's unprecedented numbers that this title reign has gone on for him. We'll see what he has to say as he makes his way to the ring here tonight at Open Fight Night.
Ladies and gentlemen, get up on your feet and acknowledge the greatest FWE champion of all time. That's right, in just 72 hours, I will have held this United States Championship for 300 days. That means this title is the most important belt on the entire brand. More important than the Intercontinental Championship, more important than the Cruiserweight Championship, and way more important than that ridiculous Tri-Wizard Championship. Every individual that has stepped to me, I've put them down. Let me go on record and say that I am the champion that no man can defeat. It doesn't even matter who's next. With my skills and the family behind me, this title will always, always belong to me.
Hold on.
You gotta be kidding me.
What is happening tonight?
Tonight has been insane.
Well, some bold words there by Matt McIntyre. I mean, claiming that the U.S. Championship is the most important. He took some shots at...
He did say that no man can challenge him for that title.
Fair.
Let's see what Wonder Woman has to say in response to that one.
The champ that no man can defeat, huh? Well, coincidentally, Matt, like you may have noticed, I'm not a man.
I didn't just say that.
And since tonight is Open Fight Night, I would love nothing better than the opportunity to take that title off of your shoulder.
Oh, boy.
No.
What?
Come on.
It's Open Fight Night. Wait, are you able to deny a challenge on Open Fight Night?
In that case, I think so. Just a blunt nope, and that's the end of it. Okay.
Okay, well, right. Well, we thought we were going to have a match. I guess not. We'll be back after this commercial break, see what else happens.
Combat of all, the ring is alive. Bodies collide, fists in the fight. Combat evolved, when legends survive.
Well, we welcome you back here to FWE Open Fight Night. We are still looking forward to our main event this evening, but it looks like the Fantasy Dome is about to be graced by the current Women's Rotten to the Hardcore Champion.
I do want to say one thing, too, because of the vignettes that have been appearing. I'm absolutely stoked to find out that Combat Evolved is going to be in my hometown. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Be a heck of a night in LA, but before we get there, like you mentioned, the current hardcore champion Kita making her way to the ring right now.
And a lot of interesting stuff's been taking place surrounding that Women's Rotten to the Hardcore Championship. Of course, you heard Commissioner Woody mention earlier on tonight, Esmeralda not medically cleared to participate in any wrestling matchups right now after she was attacked out in the parking lot by Belle and Rapunzel on the same night that Kita took on Autumn Brooks and the then champion Jasmine for that title. Kita would come out on top, and then after the Bash at Tatooine PLE, we ended up finding out that there was an attack by Jasmine on Autumn Brooks. Autumn took the pinfall in that matchup, Jasmine blaming Autumn Brooks for her losing her title.
Obviously, that's the rough part of a triple threat. You don't have to pin or submit the champion to win the belt, so obviously Jasmine taking exception to that, and she's definitely got a lot more aggressive as of late. And we'll see what Kita has to say in response to all of this.
Obviously something on the mind of the hardcore champion here tonight.
Last week, on what was supposed to be the greatest day of my life, the Disney Queens brutally attacked my tag team partner Esmeralda, sending her to the hospital. Now Esmeralda is not cleared to wrestle, and there is no timetable as to when she will be able to return to action in this ring. So since the Disney Queens sent Esmeralda to the hospital, I'm going to return the favor. I want one of them to come out here right now, so I can send them packing in an ambulance as well.
Challenge laid down. Is anyone going to answer?
Who does she think she is? We're the Disney Queens. We make the demands. We don't answer to them.
Don't worry, girls. I got this. Play my music.
Well, it looks like the challenge has been accepted. How about this? The current hardcore champion and the former hardcore champion.
And obviously very, very determined as of late to try and get gold back around her waist again.
Jasmine held that title belt for only 14 days, only 2 weeks before losing it in that triple threat match. Kita picking up the victory in that matchup, pinning Autumn Brooks. Jasmine more than likely feels she has a case for a rematch for that title, and maybe would have more of a case here if she's able to pin Kita one-on-one.
I don't know. I'm still trying to clear my head after everything that's gone down here tonight. This has been absolutely a crazy night here at Open Fight Night.
Yeah, just to bring everybody up to speed on what's happened here this evening, it's been a night of unpredictability. Harley Quinn winning a 10-individual gauntlet elimination matchup. She gets a guaranteed title shot, mid-card title shot, at Combat Evolved of her choice. We saw Moana cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase. She's the new Women's Universal Champion. And now we have ourselves a matchup. This is a non-title match, we understand, between Jasmine and Kita. A lot of history, not only between these two individuals, but between the Disney Queens and the Disney Strong Style factions.
And trying to wear out those legs early on in this matchup, and of course later to come tonight, a bit more unpredictability. We have our first underground match in FWE history as Ellie Williams and Mulan are going to go at it for the Female Fighting Championship. Mulan obviously going to enact her rematch clause for that belt.
And of course, earlier on tonight as well, we ended up seeing a unprovoked attack on our Commissioner Woody by the Triwizard Champion, RJ Bishop. RJ has been escorted from the building. Woody has been in the medical trainer's room. We're still trying to get an update on him, and it's sounding like we may not know the full extent of any potential injuries Woody has suffered until we come to you next Saturday, or this coming Saturday night on FWE Extra, but hopefully we'll have something before we go off the air.
I mean, yeah, he got super kicked into a table, so definitely not the greatest circumstances for our Commissioner Woody. Obviously, we're sending him the best, and hopefully that won't be too big of an injury that'll keep him out of action for some time. But you just got to wonder what kind of repercussions that's going to have. And like you said, RJ snapped in that moment. He's probably furious at finding out that Nick Gunther was the Shadow Lord this whole entire time. And he took it out on Woody for not being given the one-on-one match because he's apparently not medically clear. He certainly didn't look like he he wasn't medically clear.
And it was interesting, too, during this most recent commercial break, one of our fans astutely pointed out to me on social media, you talk about that blind rage that RJ Bishop seems to be in. They pointed out that super kick that RJ hit on Woody was with the same leg that the Shadow Lord, now known as Nick Gunther, targeted back at Bash at Tatooine, the same leg that was injured, not allowing RJ Bishop to participate in open fight night here tonight. So clearly, he was in such a mental state, he did not even feel the pain that he currently physically is in.
Oh,
rope
big
elbow there by Kita. Into the cover on Jasmine. And a kick out at 2.
Power out at 2 by Jasmine. She's still got plenty of life left in this one. I'm very keen on entering this matchup, though. I'm not sure necessarily whether or not the rest of the members of Disney Queens were as keen on entering this matchup as Jasmine was, but obviously she's still trying to prove something to her faction members.
I mean, it would have been surprising. Whoa!
Oh!
Big move there by Kita. Goes in for the cover on Jasmine. And a kick out at 2. I believe that was the Crystal Core Slam that she just hit. I mean, Mulan's going to be in action in our main event tonight, so you knew she wasn't going to come out and answer this challenge.
That's fair.
Uh-oh. Hang on. Atlantean Awakening.
That could be it.
Covered by the champ on Jasmine. And Kita will pick up the victory. Oh, and look at this. Well, I said Mulan wasn't going to be out here. Guess I was wrong. Mulan and Belle coming here to the aid of their Disney Queens teammate, Jasmine.
Just does not end with these two factions.
Wait! But Esmeralda's not medically cleared. Still obviously suffering the effects of the rib injury.
Wait, does she have backup?
Esmeralda.
What the heck?
Are you kidding me?
What is happening tonight?
Oh,
Autumn Brooks!
More.
Now Autumn Brooks is here! Clearly Kita's got backup! That is Mega Ray, folks!
Meg is involved in this one, and now Autumn Brooks is involved in this one.
And it's just an all-out brawl now!
The type of thing that you normally see when we're building up to war games or something like that.
Esmeralda has made her way out to ringside. Not sure exactly how smart that is, as oh, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to FWE. Meg on the receiving end of ultimate dishonor.
I guess light work for Mulan before she gets ready for that title fight later tonight.
Absolutely. Maybe a little bit of a warm-up here as Jasmine, Mulan, Belle came out here, attacked Kita after she pinned Jasmine. Megara makes her debut. Autumn Brooks obviously out here to get a level of revenge against Jasmine after the attack after the Bash at Tatooine PLE.
Megara just got a taste of the Hello Bell. So
look out! Desert win by Jasmine on Autumn Brooks.
It's an absolute war between these two factions right now.
You saw Esmeralda. Oh, look out! Oh! Raja's revenge on an injured Esmeralda.
Esmeralda hasn't moved. There's so much going on right now. It's hard to keep track of everything, I gotta be honest.
It's open fight night. It might as well be called open brawl night right now.
Oh, Mulan. Oh, she thought about going up to the top rope.
Disney Queens, Disney Strong Style, an alliance appears here with former hardcore champion Autumn Brooks.
Meg is not even in a match yet. She's getting her rough into the FWE moment. She's getting worked onto that steel chair. Oh, look out here.
Small package. Pile driver on the outside.
Oh, Mulan's in trouble.
Far side, look out. Blue Thunder Bomb by Autumn Brooks on Mulan. And Meg hits the weak ankles on Jasmine.
This is not a fight. This is nothing that's happening out here is official right now. We might need to get security.
No bell is rung. Referee Ernest Wright, I don't even know what he's out here for. Another weak ankles, this time to Bell.
Mulan, I would be very careful. She just took a Blue Thunder Bomb to the concrete floor outside. Look out!
Gracious! Just took a steel chair halfway across the arena. Yeah!
since taking that steel chair throw to the face. She has a match later tonight, an underground match too. The repercussions of what's going to happen here tonight on every part of the roster, I really don't know what to say. This is going to be insane going into Combat Evolved these next few weeks.
What is happening tonight on Open Fight Nights? It's going to take a while to kind of process everything, but Disney Strong Style, Autumn Brooks standing tall, the debut of Megara, obviously an alliance with Autumn Brooks, and I don't think we've seen the last of this battle. No, it's not even a battle, it's an all-out war. And up next, we just saw Mulan take a chair to the back of the head. She's got a title shot against Ellie, underground match, main event.
Combat above, the ring is alive. Bodies collide, fists in the fight. Combat evolved, where legends survive.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Female Fighting Championship.
A single grain of rice can tip the scale. One man may be the difference between victory and defeat.
Well, we welcome you back here to our main event, and just merely about, 5 minutes ago, we ended up seeing Mulan out here as part of the Disney Queens in what was an all-out brawl, took a chair shot to the back of the head, so one would certainly have to say Mulan is not coming into this title match at 100%.
And that is a very, very bad thing to have happening to you when you're going into an underground match. Because it's an underground match, you'll notice the ropes have been removed from the ring. There's going to be no countouts, no disqualifications. The only way to win this match, pinfall, submission, or knockout. Something that she's very used to.
I get in trouble down there, you make every shot count.
I got this.
Ellie Williams, the new female fighting champion. 12 days as champion. We ended up seeing her on the go-home show of FWE Extra to Bash the Tatooine PLE. Answer the open challenge of Mulan. Basically stepped into her territory, her stipulation, a knockout match, and won in what I think you ended up, to quote you, I think you classified as maybe one of the best women's matchups we've seen in recent history here in FWE.
It was incredible, and that's the thing too, is that Mulan just lost the title in a knockout matchup, and Ellie can win the title in this matchup again and retain via knockout. Definitely don't write her off in this match, child. This is going to be a pretty brutal one here.
Introducing the challenger from the People's Republic of China, the Asian Nightmare! And her opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, the female fighting champion, Ellie Williams!
Ellie Williams joins a long list of women that have held that female fighting championship, which we have seen defended in the last few months in rather unique style matchups, most recently the knockout matchups when Mulan held that championship. Cruella de Vil, Esmeralda, who we saw just moments ago, still not medically cleared, Harley Quinn, Katniss Everdeen, her Catching Fireflies tag team partner, Nebula, Shigo, Yzma have all held the belt. Only two individuals. Oh gosh!
That was one of the most brutal landings I've seen ever.
You mentioned no rope, so that impact to the ring post just completely turned Ellie inside out, and she landed outside here on the floor. I was going to mention that only 2 women have held the Female Fighting Championship more than once. Harley Quinn and Nebula. Mulan could join that statistic here tonight if she wins the belt. But again, we've mentioned physically at a disadvantage, just recently involved in that brawl with Disney Strong Style and Autumn Brooks.
I will say, I have to give it up to the women's roster here on FWE. Like you were talking about earlier, this title only used to be defended in over-the-top battle royals, but it's been defended inside the Elimination Chamber back at Mortal Kombat, and since then there have been all kinds of crazy match types that this belt has been defended in. Knockout match, which was the latest from Mulan until now in an underground match. Give credit to Ellie. I mean, her head just met that steel ring post, and she's still in this one so far.
Yeah, gauntlet matchups, ladder matchups. We've seen just about every type of matchup with the Female Fighting Championship involved as here. Figure 4 leg lock by Ellie. Going back to a point you made, I do believe that you can only win this matchup by submission or knockout. I believe you cannot win it by a pinfall. So
you can.
Oh, you can? Okay.
I don't know if they necessarily care. They might try to make the other opponent
That's a fair point.
Yeah, you can win this matchup by pinfall if need be.
Oh, shot right there into the lower chest area. Maybe trying to make it difficult for Ellie to breathe. Cardio going to be so important in this type of a matchup.
On the fans ringside too, getting hyped up for this one.
Oh, look out!
Oh boy!
Whoa! Oh! That boot and Ellie out to the floor again. The perilous situation when there are no ring ropes to be able to save you.
We're used to people kind of bouncing back off the ropes. You see those Irish whip moves and everything like that off the ropes, but in this case, you're just being thrown right out to the floor ringside.
No countouts, no disqualifications in this matchup here. You see referee Ernest Wright, he's just a bystander right now. Interesting, Mulan not keeping the pressure on Ellie here, allowing her a little time to recuperate, and it might cost her.
Oh.
Bit of a go-behind move there by Ellie. I'm not sure if that might have been like a modified DDT, the back of the head of Mulan hitting the ring. And you gotta wonder as well, Ellie certainly had to have had her eye on that brawl that just took place, has to know that the back of the head or the head region of Mulan is a prime target after that steel chair shot.
Absolutely, but I think Mulan also recognizes that Ellie is also, oh, again! I was gonna bring that point up exactly. Ellie's head went face first right into the ring post early on in this matchup. If she went to that move again.
Yeah, I mentioned about no ring ropes, but also adding to that, no turnbuckle pads. A move like that, she would have bounced off the turnbuckle pad, which still has impact, but maybe not nearly as much as that metal ring post. There is LED covering on the ring post, but the metal portion is on the inside, and that's the impact that Ellie met right there.
I mean, you saw it at the very beginning of this matchup, too. She met that ring post, the metal on the ring post, face first, and then flew to the floor ringside. I really have no idea what the lengths are that these two are willing to go to. I just think that if I can guarantee anything, they're both really happy that that cash-in and the power-up briefcase just took place before the match. Oh, gosh.
Did you see the leg of Mulan on that splash? I think her right foot caught the top of that LED board.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I mean, that can hyperextend your knee, your ACL. I mean, the leg region, Mulan's bread and butter that we see with those kicks, if that's taken out of play, that is advantage to the champion.
I mean, it was advantage to the champion when Mulan decided to get herself involved in that huge brawl ringside.
True. Laying in the elbow there, right into the throat is Ellie Williams. And now deposits Mulan back up onto the rope, or onto the ring. I can't say into the ring because there's really no boundaries.
Well, it is in the ring, but there's no ropes to be between. So I guess between the ropes is what you were trying to think of there, and you can't say. To the gut there, Ellie trying to put this thing away.
Oh, sit down powerbomb. Oh boy, setting her up.
Maybe she's thinking about the uppercut. Instead, gonna go for a suplex.
Thought maybe we'd see her go for the Sinister Spores as well. We saw her hit that not once, but twice in that knockout match to win the belt.
Right to the face.
I think that,
Mulan open, I
was
think.
going to say, I believe now both competitors have been busted open. Ellie courtesy of the ring post, and
Look
Mulan
out.
now courtesy of that knee. Oh, wow.
Massive forearm to the face drops Mulan. I mean, she's not really in any condition right now to keep going in this matchup, but she's going to try and fight as much as she can.
And again, folks, this is history in the making. It is the first time we have ever had an underground match here in FWE. Massive reverse suplex by Mulan, and now the challenger is in control.
How quickly the momentum flips.
Uh-oh. Might be looking for... Oh, my goodness! Just hit the Kinshasa.
Now you can feel the life has been sucked out of Ellie. I mean, she's been down for the last few seconds after that. These knees to the head.
Relentless assault by Mulan, keeping the pressure on her. And think about this too, the motivation for Mulan. Not only did she lose the Female Fighting Championship, but she lost it in a match stipulation of her own choosing. That's almost like insult to injury.
It is, but a reversal there by Ellie. She's back on the momentum now.
Oh, what in the world is this? Double arm. Almost like a double suplex into almost a double arm DDT of some kind.
That was impressive. I thought she was going to go for some kind of a pedigree.
Oh, look at this. Oh, wrenches on that arm.
How did Mulan get back up to her feet, though? She's going to fight through it. Oh, man.
Black hole slam, it looked like right there by Mulan. Some moves that we haven't really seen out of either of these two individuals, but that's just kind of what you have to do in this type of environment, as there goes Mulan to the outside.
A diving splash to the outside. Again, no count outs. This is all legal.
You mentioned about what kind of lengths would these two women go in this type of matchup. I think we've gone past what the expected boundary point was going to be.
Absolutely. Well, then again, I guess you shouldn't have expected anything less than this when we're going into an underground match of all things.
What an incredible cap off to open fight night. We have a new Women's Universal Champion as Moana cashed in the power-up briefcase on Poison Ivy. The debut of Meg for Disney Strong Style. And we haven't even gotten to Combat Evolved. That's still about a month away.
It's crazy. It's just getting better and better. Again, still just waiting to find out because there are definitely going to be repercussions for our Tri-Wizard champion, RJ Bishop, after that assault on our Commissioner Woody.
Absolutely.
I've probably got a receipt for Ezio as well, so there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, we are being told that there is going to be no update tonight. You'll have to tune in on Saturday for a medical update on the Commissioner. What in the world is Ellie thinking?
Goodness.
Oh my! Reverse suplex to the outside!
How is that not the end of the match? And how is Mulan back on her feet?
I think that might have been an ultimate dishonor. I'm not sure.
Quickly reversed, though. I mean, I don't know how the referee has not called for the bell. Again, you can win this by knockout, but it's referee's discretion.
And it's certainly seeming like with the hard hits that we're observing here, that's the goal of both of these two, is to win it via knockout. Kind of shades of what we saw in their first matchup.
I mean, you can win this by count out or by submission, but neither of them are really going for it. They're trying to win this one by making sure the other one's not going to get back up.
Mulan now in control. Oh, and another reverse suplex.
Ellie's feet just narrowly avoided that ring post.
And look at this, the exhaustion setting in, both women down. Mulan the first to her feet.
Oh no.
Oh, look at that! Might have been going for Ultimate Dishonor, but Ellie blocked it!
What is Ellie thinking about doing here? Oh no.
Oh, gracious! Power bomb to the outside! Even more impact with the gravity involved! And now again with the double arm hook. Duplexes into the DDT and all this impact on the very thinly padded concrete floor on the outside of the ring.
Again, Mulan, she's really, I feel like, going to be regretting trying to go into that brawl that she was involved in just before this matchup, knowing that she had a title match. She gets sent gut first in the steel steps. She had a title match and an underground match, and she chose to get involved anyway. A reversal, though. She's still fighting. I mean, credit where it's due. She's still very much in this, but...
Well, I think in the case for Mulan, I think she fully expected that she was going to go out there and it was going to be a 3-on-1, so she would still be fresh for this matchup. Could not have in any way predicted that Autumn Brooks was going to make her way out there to align with Disney Strong Style in the debut of Megara. As far as the Disney Queens knew, Esmeralda was the only ally Kita had, and she's medically not cleared to wrestle.
Great point. Look at the blood that's all over the ring mat now. These two have been going to war.
Insane. Has completely stained the ring mat to your point here, and it is pouring out of both champion and challenger. Submission locked in. Is Ellie gonna tap? If she does, we've got a new champion. And she's gonna tap out. Ellie has tapped out. Why?
Hang on a second.
Why did the referee not call for the bell?
Is it knockout only? It's over now.
It is over now.
I guess it's knockout only then.
Knockout.
Either way.
Blow. The ultimate dishonor.
I had a bit of a confusion on the rules there, but at the end of the day, it was a tap out and a knockout, but Mulan takes back the title in the first ever underground match in WWE.
Look at the battle wounds, and that's the winner of this matchup.
Both of them need a good long distance medical after this one.
Mulan now joins Nebula and Harley Quinn as a multi-time female fighting champion. What an incredible night here on FWE. Open Fight Night did not disappoint. Be sure to join us this Saturday as we continue our Road to Combat Evolved for FWE Extra. I hope we have Open Fight Night again at some point, because tonight was incredible.
This was a resounding success. I mean, I have lost and still had a great time, so this has been absolutely insane. And the Road to Combat Evolved continues.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll see you this Saturday for FWE Extra.